Alright, so what we were saying here, we're 1216, we're probably going to get to 16 or 1700 before things slow down too much to play on, at least on stream. That last game where I kind of ended up with those huge farms and I was a bit depressed about the food situation. I actually, your suggestion there of deleting those big farms and then just clearing the land and stuff. So I actually reloaded it up. I played that thing for an hour or two. So I can play it after the streaming is over, but not during the stream. Anyways, I recovered that town, so I was a little bit less depressed about, I think that was a Great Bear town, or Great Bear Rescue town. Alright, I think this has to be our priority here, is getting something going for the fuel. So I'm just going to drop it down to 5 times speed here. And I'm just going to lay out some, I think it's going to be a bunch of reed farms here. And then we'll find a spot to put a whole bunch of workshops. Okay, so like I say, backseat ideas, things I do wrong, make mistakes. I'm really interested in how other people play. So I watch a lot of people stream and a lot of people on YouTube just to get different ideas and stuff. So I am very open to suggestions and stuff here. So also I find you play a game for a long time and there's certain things that you believe are true and have believed are true for a long time that are actually not true. So let's see, we have a quarry here, and I think we had stone issues. Yep, for sure we had stone issues. Now I'm pretty much religiously opposed to quarries, but I got one here. And I think we're making lots of candles. So let's go up to 2,000 here. We have a ton of people, so I'm going to totally max this out, I think. That's probably going to use that up pretty quick. And we're doing stone with this guy and salt with that guy, because we were going to make some salted fish, I think was the plan. Oh, we got to sort out the tailors too. So we got pelts and hide and fur. Now we have a ton of leather. I can't remember what we have here. We have pigs, we have goaty goats. And freezing cows, and oh, we do have sheepy sheep. And we're getting a fair amount of wool, so I don't necessarily like making a hide coat, so let's change this hide coat over to a warm coat with leather and wool. And I think this one that's built here, let's make you leather and wool as well too. So the fur and the pelts, we're not getting very much of. It's kind of dribbling and drabbling out of the forest nodes, so we'll leave those at 1. We'll go 2 in those ones. So I think what I'll do is I'll trade everything except for the warm coats. And this one's yet to build here. Right, here we got our fruit jam going on. And these guys are all just making honey now, because I think we had a ton of beeswax. And over here we do have candle makers on beeswax and tallow. And it's probably not going to keep up with the supply, so we might want to build a few more here. And I think I maxed out all, oh, I didn't max out the markets. Bad boy. Alright, I'm just going to run around and make sure I maxed all these things out here. No, I just missed that one, I guess. And there's one here too, I think. Yeah, okay. Oh, let's let it build here. Oh, I put too much of something in there. Too many vendors. Yeah, I do that all the time. I put like 2 or 3 in to start with, and I go back like 38 years later. And these 2 people are looking at me going like, what the hell, boss? We have a bridge over here, yeah. I'm just going to extend this right over for no particular reason other than I want to. Cool, okay. Let's have a look at the dreaded pathing tool here. Well, that's not actually too bad. Okay, I'm just going to quickly put something in. What do we have here? Apple, plum, apple. I think this needs to be a plum just to balance out. These are the things we're making jam out of, so this little area down here is kind of making all my jam, like strawberries and stuff like that. Well, we probably have enough strawberry, but we're making miso and something else, so let's put soy in that one. And I think I wanted potato in this one here. Oh, no, it's an orchard again. Let's make it almond. And I want to see what these traders are, because I haven't set the one on the right here. I haven't set this up yet, so let me quickly do that here. So let's go 800 logs. 300 stone. Iron's okay, so I'm not going to put any iron there. I didn't actually set this guy up for anything, okay? Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a thing. I tend to buy only the crops. What am I doing here? I tend to buy only the crops that I like. Although Grace wanted me to buy Brussels sprouts, so I've written that down. And I'm kind of doing that under protest. I think we have... Let's have a look at how this guy is set up. So we have firewood, fodder, thatch, flowers, rope, pearl, and lamp oil. Rope, I think, for sure. I think we're trading a little bit of lamp oil, so maybe like 50 or something. No, my wife did some where she actually roasted them. All the ones I had before were like boiled and stuff, but roasted a bunch of vegetables in a big pan, and it was, they come out sort of caramelized and stuff. There's a, I think you dribble olive oil over the top of them too. That was actually good, so I can't say I totally hate them. What was the other thing I was thinking here? Fodder thatch. And that'll give us enough to start here. Auto purchase. Okay, we're not going to be able to buy anything from you, but let's set you up to go. I think we just want to go basics here. So log, stone, and iron. I don't think we don't think we have homewares coming in, so let's do that too. Yeah, I know. I'm very bad though. I'm kind of a meat and potatoes kind of guy, and I know I should eat more veggies. We've bought a bunch of stone. And we're low on firewood too, so I'm gonna let this guy go. Okay, so I'm gonna be checking the right-hand supplier, because I gotta set up the traders. And I'm gonna check this here. Sadly, we can't take any more animals at this point. Okay, another question mark. Stone cutter. That's 2 derps already here. Yeah, I find if you do a big town, like I think I did a town once just for fun, excuse me, just to see if you could do it. It was all pretty much traders and stuff. So I was buying all kinds of raw material, and then the town was basically making things out of it, statues and muskets and stuff like that. And you kind of go crazy if you don't set it up, like if you get really high volume, so... Oop, not 8,000, dummy, 800. So what I find is if you go, when merchant arrives, they show up, they auto-trade whatever you say, and then you can go into the trading thing, see what you have left, see what they have left. And under this situation here, if I had more stuff, like in this dock when that other trader was here, because I'm short of stone right now, I would have bought whatever excess stone I could have. I haven't really concentrated on trade goods, so I don't have furniture or stuff like that going right now. And firewood's actually a little bit dangerous to trade right now because of my fuel production shortages. So we're gonna have to get this, what do you call it here? Reed production going. Well, I think I'll take the reeds up this direction. And maybe what I'll do is I'll square this off with this one. I think that's only a 1. Just so the housing has some, or the people have some access from the houses there. You have to be careful of this fish dock too. Man, I love this blue circle mod, that's pretty cool. Yeah, you know, I thought about those. I guess, I don't know. Honestly, I didn't really like the thought of them, like growing iron or growing stone. Although the stone one you could make a case for. It's really somebody in a shack that's going out and digging around and stuff. I don't know. I guess I could be talked into it if we get into a real jam. Oop, I don't think I wanted that one there. Yeah, no judgment though, right? It's a single player game, so do play the way that makes you happy. And this is kind of a happy little game. That's why I keep coming back to it, I think. Except there are moments of terror, I guess. Yeah. So, do they ever run out, or are they like perpetual? Because that's one thing I had trouble with in the vanilla game, was the mines and quarries that ran out. Now, what are the odds I did any of this correctly here? Ah, cool, okay. Spread outside the circle. Oh, like growing stuff, you mean? You know, I should probably put a few of those in just to kind of play with them. Oops. I think I want that there. I have a feeling I made about 52 mistakes there, but we'll see. Okay, cool. Here's our last clothier up here. I'm just gonna go back on the warm coats, I think. Ah, that's what I should have put in the traders there. You're making coats to trade and you don't put them in the dock. So let's put a, it's gonna take a minute here, sorry. Yeah. I love building the stone roads, but it can suck up a lot of resources. So fur, pelt, where's pelt here? Pelt. And then survival. Okay, let's get this one going here. Alphabetical order, you can do it. Fur. And pelt. And survival. Just a question, the music level for the game, I've been playing around with it because it's really loud for me, but it wasn't showing up on the recording very well, so can you hear the music? Yeah. Oh, you can't hear it at all, eh? Wow. Well, I am not. I'm just gonna have a quick look at something here. Well, I'm not gonna play with OBS right now, it scares me. You know what, I might just do a quick save here. Those crashes kind of made me a bit nervous, so I'm gonna save once in a while here. Okay. I'll have to figure that out. OBS and Twitch and all that is all pretty new to me here. But I am learning, slowly, but I'm learning. So I need to put all these guys on rice flour here. We had a metric S ton of rice, so. Okay, let's see if we can make all the question marks go away. And looks like there's a few more to build here. I think you can do rice wine, which is sake essentially, right? Let's see here. Why are you full? Oh, some idiots hit the log limit too low. Yeah, well, for sure. I just gotta figure out where I want to do it here. We do have a few chicken coops. still got some room in the storage there, so let's go in here. Here we go. Rice wine still here. No, I haven't used these very much, or used taverns very much for that matter. So I think these guys are going to make the rice wine. I think we have to have a place to serve it, though. I think that's the way it works. Yeah. Now, the reason I don't use taverns very much is because usually you make ale and stuff out of food, and I kind of find that difficult to talk myself into. I know it's good for trading and stuff like that, but you know, I was watching a bunch of people try and banish for the first time. They were killing all their towns and stuff, so I made a little YouTube video on how not to kill a town. That was one of the things I talked about in there. But I know a lot of people just swear by trading ale and stuff like that. Okay, I'm going to keep building this up before we die of lack of fuel here. I think we better get some workshops going here. Well, it'll be interesting to see if that worked out. Yeah, me too, very much. I find that trading like in tools or food, that's a bit scary to me. I haven't built any houses in a while, so should probably plunk a few down over here. Well, I think we can get away with this. It's going to encroach just slightly on the fish, but... Oops. Dang. Better go check what those boats are, too. Let's get some dock in here so these guys don't die building things here. Okay, now we're looking for apricot, pecan, cherry, and Brussels sprouts. Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. It's just, it takes away part of, you know, like if you have a regular order, it just automatically deals with that. Then it gives you the option of buying extra or buying something else. 625 on the firewood, let's do that. Okay, so Grace shows up. We got Brussels sprouts for her. And apricots was another one. Let's see if we can afford that here. So the flowers here. And 98, I think that would be. Oh, math is hot today. Okay, so I'm just going to check that off on my list here. That was the Brussels sprouts and that was the apricots. And for some reason I wrote down pecan, but I think it was walnut I want. Yeah, and if you set up, let's see if this trader's set up here. Okay, so this one's not set up. So these trading dogs have, I think I tested it's 4 or 5 different boats. So you can either let them bring a random selection or you can set them up for every visit. And this one here, for example, I'm just going to have it bring log and stone. So the fewer items you select, the more quantity it'll bring. So logs and stone are really big for me on this map because we don't have much actual land space. So this one here will just bring me log and stone and I can buy as much as I want of that. But like I said, the way you set it up here, so you set up the traders, and different docks have different numbers of boats. Like some docks only have one trader, so if you set it up to bring certain things, it'll never bring anything different. And then the purchase here on auto purchases arrives or when it leaves. I don't really understand why you'd want to do when it leaves. I prefer on arrival, and then you could deal with whatever's left over, if that made any sense. Well, when I was a kid, I was really good at math, and then over the years, you don't use it very much. It kind of goes away. Yeah, okay. And like I say, you can get into a situation where you build a huge town and you have, oh, I don't know, 20 docks or something like that. If you don't auto trade, you'll just be spending your whole game time going back to the docks. Okay, so you're set up on orders. Anything there we want? Not really. So the only thing you have to do is when the dock is new, you have to go in for each of the new boats that shows up and set them up. But this one here, for example, I've had this going for a while, so everything's already set up. And the auto purchase and everything, so I try not to look at this. I still do sometimes just out of reflex, but once it's set up, it runs, and then the only thing you have to do is change your levels and stuff. Yeah, exactly, right? So I don't actually do general traders very much anymore. Like in here, there's actually 2 tabs with traders. So farm supplier brings seeds and animals. This little, where is it? The lot of seed trader over here. This one here, a lot of seeds trader. At the beginning of the game, that thing's awesome for just bringing you a few seeds or whatever. But this industry suppliers are awesome. I don't use the other ones so much, but if you wanted to build like a, a textile-based economy or something, you can get some of these other guys. Yeah, okay. And then for me, like the style I usually play, I would have exactly what you have there. And then as the town grew, I would add more of the industrial suppliers. And maybe more food suppliers if I was a little iffy on my harvest or something like that. Okay, rice wine still, and the only thing it makes is rice wine. Stands to reason. Luxuries, why don't we go 5,000? Actually, you know what? Let's put a little bit of this in the dock when we get some here. I know I said I wouldn't trade with food, but I'm just curious. Sorry if I'm burping a bit. I ate something spicy for lunch and it's counterattacking now. Um, no, actually, my dad worked for Honeywell, but I don't remember that YouTuber. Building the perfect town. Oh yeah. Well, let me write that down actually. Are they still up on YouTube? Like, is it relatively? Okay, I'll check that out tonight. Hmm. I'm having a hard time finding YouTubers that I guess I'm old, so there's things like I don't like people that scream and yell, and I don't really like watching vanilla anymore. I went back and tried a vanilla playthrough, and once you've done YouTube or Colonial Charter or something, it's hard to go back. So yeah, no, I'll definitely give them a try because I'm always looking for new ones. Like I say, new ideas and stuff. A lot of the people I see doing Banished just sort of get to a couple hundred people in the town and kill it off, which I've done, but I'm trying to learn stuff here. And one of the things I should learn is to put dock workers in here. Now we're gonna have to pump up these workshops here. So our firewood was super low after last winter here, so let's see if we can not kill anybody by freezing them to death here. So that looks like 9. Yeah, that doesn't bother me so much. I'll definitely give her a shot. Yeah, for sure. Thanks for the recommendation, too. Hmm. Still getting hit by the pollen here. It's only moderate today, but I still feel it. My car is just totally covered in yellow pollen, so I know the evil pollen is out there. Okay, so sorry, Forest Node. I just want to delete a little bit of this for a second here. Well, I didn't screw that up too badly, so let's keep expanding it here. We have a market there. Probably wouldn't kill us to put another market in here, too. Like, I basically want to go kind of Borg on this lake here. That's the biggest lake I've ever seen in this game. Just build down there. I guess that's the whole point of the mini lakes town here. Oh, Pine Tar, yeah. It sounds like a nice place to live, though. I've never been to Carolina, but I think the climate's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada here. It's a rainforest, so it rains a lot, but it's beautiful. I take the dog out and we go for a walk through the forest every day. I like it. Even though I'm in the city here, you don't have to travel very far to get out to the wilderness here, or at least the nature anyways. All right, now did I put houses in there? I did, okay. I'm not going to stress about moving that fisherman over. Let's do a bit of a check here where we're at. 1276, we were... Um, I did not write it down. 1216, okay, so we've only grown a little bit. Housing is 20 behind. Food graph is okay. Firewood's bad, but then we're not making all firewood anymore. So let's look at production stats here. I think the last episode here, I was 160 houses behind, so where we're at right now probably makes sense from a growth perspective too. Oh yeah, I was gonna build a bunch of bridges down here. So let's plop a few houses in. I think we were using red ketchup houses down here. I've got the autosave set to 5 minutes because I'm a little bit paranoid here, but every time it kicks in, I think the game's crashed, so I'm gonna have to calm my little heart rate down here. So what kind of bridges do we want to use? I think the covered bridges, yeah. So kind of what I want to do down here, there's a nice chunk of land over there. A few spots over here. There's actually another nice lake down here. And I was looking for a place to do a little bit more factory stuff. Like, I've got a little bit of sand and clay here, but I'm not really making enough of that. And maybe do some housewares and building supplies, although we're trading for them, but and maybe some furniture if we can get enough logs here. Okay, we're heading into autumn and we only have 3,000 fuel. I'm gonna throw a few more workshops in. If I overbuild workshops, I'm just gonna convert them to survival codes here. So we'll use them one way or another. And it's kind of clipped in there. Unclipped. Yeah, here's something I've been having trouble with in this latest version of Megamod here. Well, that one actually. It seems like if you lay out road, make a mistake and delete it, the actual graphic of the road goes away, but you can't build anything on that spot because it still thinks the road's there. Alright, let's set you up. I think for now we're just going to go stone and log on these guys. Well, there was stones coming back, so iron's okay. Yeah, let's just go with stone and log. Anything we want there? Not really. Okay, we have some... Okay, this just shows up as wine. It doesn't actually show up as rice wine, okay? Let's put 50 in here. Just in the left-hand one, just to see what that trades for. And I went on this whole diatribe about not using food-derived products to trade, but let's just put 50 in there. Yeah, I've got Jake the Dogtown series going on YouTube right now, and I've got a pine chopper that I can't remove, and I've got a 1x1 section of road that's been removed, but I couldn't build on it. The only thing I could build back over top of it was another road, so I did that. So it's happened with the roads 2 or 3 times to me, and then once with that pine chopper in the building. So look at this lonely little dock extension here. About 8 episodes I probably thought about building out here. Well, we're down to less than 1,000 fuel here. We still have a fair chunk of logs, so why don't we... I was kind of reserving this for housing, but... You know, we could put a bunch of water... yeah, let's do that. Okay. Construction, sawmills... Oh, hey, Grace. Awesome. How was the soccer game? Oh, T-ball. Ah, it's gotta be cute. Nice to thank you, Brenda. Yeah, we've played about 45 minutes so far, Grace. I loaded up the new version of Megamod, and every time you clicked on a farm, it crashed the game, so I had to get rid of the new version, reload the old version, and I derped that a few times, so... Yeah. So we're just trying to not die from lack of firewood here, so I'm panic building, well, sorry, I'm calmly and professionally building some water wheel sawmills here. And we put in a whole bunch of reed farms, and hopefully we'll survive the winter. At the moment, I would say it's just a tad iffy. I had to, the website doesn't have the latest version, so I had to go for the first time from the workshop, and it didn't work out. Now, I'm not sure if that's because of the workshop or because of the an actual bug in Megamod. Okay, just so you know, too, I've got 7 minutes left on the peg timer. We're going to take a little break then, and then I'll restart for a couple more hours, I think. Or as long as you guys want to do it, anyways. Now, whether it's this town or a new town depends on if we get through the winter here. I think I might use a priority here. Yeah, we're already getting a little bit of... Come on now, it's late winter here. Let's see if we can get through this here. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I've been just taking it right from the Black Liquid website, which most of the website's been down, but the download page is still up for some reason, so... But the latest version wasn't there, so... I left a message on the Steam forum to see, I think is it Krayleg? I can't remember how to pronounce that. Um, is one of the authors, I think, and very active on the forum there, so we should get some kind of answer. Yeah, that one's all set up already. Yeah, Kraljurg? I'm terrible with pronunciations here. Kraljurg. I should even write that down. Oops, sorry for bumping the mic. Alright, we're starting to get some of this water wheel sawmills up here, so let's populate those. I should build some houses down here, but I'm not going to do that until these things are built. Yeah, we're only about 23 houses behind. That's not terrible. Yeah, that looks right to me. Yeah. Oh, see, these things happen. Like I said before, we've been given a gift of 400 mods in one mod. Bound to be the odd issue. I mean, that can't be the easiest thing to keep that all running and everything up to date and everything. Probably a few conflicts in there too, right? So. Oh, yeah, okay. Are you on there right now, Brendan? Is there any way we can report or ask it if it's a known issue or? Sure, yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry. You know what? I probably have something clicked off in there. Uh, oh, because I'm streaming, I can't change the option, so. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to do that after the stream. But yeah, I think that's one of the Twitch settings that I had. Oh, okay. I'll go and look after I stream here. I saw something about a few bugs or something, but... logs are okay and stone's okay for now, so we'll just let this guy go. That should be enough to at least support those mills there. Okay. Yeah, it sucks when you can't play one of the towns you were pretty excited about. That's why I'm glad this worked when we loaded up the old version. Oh, Grace, we got Brussels sprouts while you were gone too. I just haven't planted them yet. I think all this stuff down here is strawberry, so we can change a couple of these over. Oh, there's a pig timer. Alright, well, why don't we take a 5-minute break? Yeah, I thought you'd like that. Take a 5-minute break and I'll be back and I'll just save this here so there's no problems. Or if there is a problem, we have to save. Alright, I'll see you in 5. Load one in the wash. I was just gonna check the Discord here. Nope, wrong thing. um, Brenya, in Discord, where is there like a specific? Oh, the known bugs here. That's probably the one, right? Hmm. Well, I'm a total noob with Discord. I'm just looking around. I see you waving at somebody in the general one there. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I won't spend too much longer. Um, I think I did Derpy Moose 99. Um, I don't know. Like, I gotta tell you all this social media stuff. I'm just learning how to do stuff, so. Uh, okay, I should go back to streaming here, right? Yeah, I think it was a couple of days ago. I wasn't on there very long, though. I was just looking around. Where are we here? Yeah. Well, that's funny. I was saying that the other day, Grace. Actually, I can take apart a computer. I can upgrade them. I can troubleshoot them. I can build them. All that social media stuff, though, I feel like I'm 400 years old, not 60. Yeah. Well, and don't get me wrong, technology and social media is cool. I'm just noobish. What I really wish is every time you go into something that's a different interface and you have to learn different things, I'd sure be nice if there's like a standard way of standard interface for everything. All right, enough old guy complaining. Well, if I turn this on here, we're still getting decent frame rate, so. Although that town that I had that we did that ran out of CPU at 1700, I actually added more memory since then, so maybe that'll help too. All right, let's get the pig timer set here. Okay, so that's another 60 minutes there, and we'll see how everybody's doing after that. Yeah, well, although some things, like I used to work I'm not an engineer, but I used to work with a lot of engineers, and some things do get standardized over time. You know, if it makes sense for the companies and they save money. So if there was kind of a standard interface built and agreed upon, which would probably take 100 years, but I think there's some possibility, not a huge one, but alrighty. I wonder if we can sneak a few more pastures in somewhere. It wouldn't be terrible to do over here. Well, let's think about that. Now, fuel's our number one concern, but we're 7,400, so... And we're just heading into early autumn. What is our limit? Let's move this. Let's go like, let's go ridiculous. Let's go 12,000. And then monitor and see where we get to. How's our pathing here? I wonder if we could throw a few houses in. Got good old salt box houses here. Well, they don't fit awesome in there, but let's put a few in just for fun. I think these are... Bang a few in here too. Yeah, okay. Yeah, on our shopping list, Grace, from last time we had Brussels sprouts, apricot, pecan, and cherry. So we did get the Brussels sprouts, and we got apricot. So I'm also looking for a walnut too. So I'm going to check the traders more than I usually would here, just to see what's going on. And this one, there's still a few boats we haven't set up yet. But we're good on everything there for now. I was going to check and see, we did a couple of rice wine stills. See, the wine's only worth 8. I'm not all that convinced that's worth trading in. I can't remember, was it these guys here? Yeah. So, the reason we wanted the apricots was for the fruit cake. Because you should always have fruit cake. And the nut bread is walnuts. Now, I thought that was any kind of nut, so I think I bought, no, I can't remember what I bought by mistake, but yeah, that's what I think. Wine will make people happy. It makes me happy. Now, what was I going to say here? The reason apricots was on the list was because of the fruit bread. And cherries were on the list because of, cherry pie. We have a metric S ton of honey, and we're making a fair amount of flour. So that's why those things were on the list. And there was these ones that just say bakery. Oh, we got to remember these. You know what? Oops. We built a couple of tailors over here, not to get sidetracked or anything. And it was making warm coats, but we were actually making that tanned leather. So let's figure out what we can make out of that. Some, like it's Christmas time, some people make Christmas cake, like fruit cake, and it's horrible. My mom actually used to make some pretty nice stuff, so she put a lot of rum in it too, and that was probably the secret to the success of that. Cured leather buff coat. So let us make some of those. So I think there's still 1 or 2 of these places making the warm coats. Yeah, 2 of them. So I think I'll do the usual thing here. We're not going to trade the warm coats, but we'll trade everything else. Yeah, so once one of those builds, we'll put some of those in the trading dock. Our log limit is 2,400. That's probably okay. Yeah, our fuel's up over 10,000, so I think between this setup here and these sawmills in the little creek here, I think that's going to save us from the cold. And everything's built over here. And we're starting to get a little bit of flour anyways accumulating in here. There's about 13 or 1,400. Driftwood scavengers. So we should probably build a tavern or something. I don't think there's a dock tavern, is there? No, there's the stills there. Yeah. Oh, can they? Oh, I always thought you had to have like an intermediary. Like I always thought you had to make the wine or the ale and then put it into a tavern or something. I've never done that chain all that often, so I wonder if we just should build a tavern just for fun here. The other thing I think we should do here, it's got pretty good coverage. It's actually pretty full. But it probably wouldn't hurt to do like another market down here. And this school, yeah, you know, that's pretty full. Like I think they're 80 max in the college, so we should probably plunk a school down here too. Now we're going to get in trouble with our forest node here. Yeah, okay. So let's plunk down a tavern somewhere here and just sort of play with that. But I think a school maybe right here wouldn't be a terrible thing to build. So let's do that guy and then upgrade him. Shoot a little road across here. Yeah, that's kind of cool though. There's so many aspects of this game. Like I've not used that kind of stuff. Other people use them like all the time. And I actually don't even remember what tab they're in. Luxuries, I would assume, right? Yeah, like there's an ale house there. Oh, but they brew ale. Cider press, whiskey still, tavern, small pine tavern. I'm gonna put that in just to have a look and see what it's all about here. Oh, wine. Oh, look at all this stuff. Pub kitchen. Sign me up for that one. That might be something to actually do for an episode, is kind of focus on that aspect of it and explore it. New for me, anyways. Yeah. And I think there's also a tea house too, because I noticed you can buy tea as a crop. Yeah, so that might make a fun playthrough, is kind of explore all that kind of stuff. Okay, there we got some buff coats happening. Okay, there's Cherry. So we can sign that one off the list here. I would like some nut bread though. You know, fruit bread and nut bread. I don't think I've seen walnut for a while though. Okay, we can let you go. Now what I was going to do, I was going to put buff coats in here, right? Well, I've only got one tailor making them, so let's just do 50. Now, I don't know if that's short for buffalo or... Oh, for sure. Yeah, you know, I don't mind carrot cake too. Lots of icing. Like the cream cheese type icing. Yeah, I know. Okay. Well, I think we better check stats and see where we're sitting here. 1370 on the people. Our food graph is starting to level. Let's look at production here. So we used 11,000 fuel and we made just over that. That's probably not a full year, so we're probably, let's see, in year here. Oh, we just flipped over. Oh, there we go. Okay, so last year we used 10,600 and we produced 22,000. Okay. So just to guess, I'm going to say we have enough fuel for a while anyways, and food's going to be the issue. So this small pine tavern. So, hey, I can't put anybody in there and it's got no recipes. I find that just a tad odd. Like I would think there'd be like a bartender or something, right? I don't know, maybe it's a self-serve. Close the window and open it again. I'm gonna keep that over there and see what happens. Let's upgrade that school. Yeah. Oh, you know what kind of scares me a little bit too? Remember we were having trouble with that pine chopper? And this is a pine tavern. I wonder if there's like a pine mod set and maybe that's a bit bugged out or something. Yeah. Black Forest cheesecake. Never heard of that. So Black Forest is like the whipped cream, cherry kind of thing, right? With chocolate shavings and cheesecake. Yeah, yeah, I could see that. Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, for Thanksgiving and stuff, my wife's been making pumpkin cheesecake instead of pumpkin pie. Pretty good too. Probably why I'm so fat. All right. Well, certainly the quarries have worked out for us here, and these mines. Our stone's well, on track again. Our logs are actually doing okay too. Oh, I was gonna check and see how much candles and lamp oil we had. 2,000 candles. Now that should probably be okay. And 1,000 lamp oil, so keep bringing me animals. I'm gonna build some more pastures here. Let's put some candles in here. We have a lot of candles, so. Oh, really? Pine Mod said, okay. Like, I've explored about 1% of this thing, so it's probably in here somewhere. But I don't like the sound of those houses. If you can't keep fuel in them, then yeah. But this to me looks like it's, if not bugged out, it's like incomplete or something. I'll probably look for something else to put in there. I'm just going to throw a tiny tavern in just to sort of have a look here. Okay, so food production is something we're talking about. And let's just fill this in here. That's been bugging me for a while. Oops. So do we want more rice is the question. How much do we have now? 234,000. Well, we are in the lakes here. Let's have a look. Let's see what our most... Okay. Oh, yeah, holy crap is right. So let's have a look here. So if we have all that rice, we have a fair amount of mutton. Sugarcane we've got a lot of, so we could probably tone down that. Tallow a lot of. Yeah, fire bundles. A lot of whale blubber too. Well, our food graph is kind of leveling though. So that rice could disappear pretty quick. I think we should do another marketplace and another farming installation down here. Okay, so why don't we put, say, now we're probably gonna need some more storage. That one's almost full. Let's really double down on the storage here. Yeah, well, I'd help with that. I don't know how much time I could put into it, but a little bit of time for sure. I bought a notebook here and I've been meaning to make notes. Like every time we figure something out, like I'm having to relearn stuff over different playthroughs, so just some basic notes like, preserves and different things like that. Okay, this is all filling up here. So we recovered on the fuel. Why don't we put a few of these on survival coats here? Because we're trading those. And we have lots of reeds, obviously. And, well, maybe 2 on survival coats. Let's put this one on rope. Okay, and there's that tavern. So this is a supplier, okay? Mead. Let's make mead. We have a lot of honey, so that'll make sense. Now, how productive are these things? So there's one person in there. 410, 500. That's pretty reasonable. 5 people's food for 1 worker. So why don't we put a bit of both? Some more rice, even though that sounds crazy. And some more of those guys. Yeah, I was kind of looking for one of the ones that sold other stuff. To see if we could sell the rice one or if we had to. Yeah, see there's a Moroccan tea house there. And we can keep on the lookout for tea and maybe put one of those in. The Pick and Hen. Hub kitchen, that's food. Yeah, here we go. Let's put a big tavern in. How about for our wood choppers down here? Okay, I think I better focus up and get some food going here. This one. Let's just max it out so I don't derp on that. So let's do some rice and some, what do you call those dredger things? I think dredger thing's probably not all that eloquent. Well, let's let that build and see if I got that close to correct. Will this fit in here? No. Sad boy. But it will fit there, so let's do that. And how's the school looking now? 46 there, 6 there. And there's a school down here. Let's deal with this guy first. Cherry we got. Yeah, I think we'll just let it go. See if you're set up. Yeah, you can go. Oh, sorry, I meant to mute that. My apologies. Hit the wrong button. How much building space? There's down here, we built a couple of bridges. Probably should put another bridge here too, just to get a little bit of building space going. So the idea was a little town square here with this market, which we should max. And then bridges across to here, here, and here. This is probably the biggest spot we have left. Did you want to build something specifically? I was thinking about mostly like manufacturing stuff, but maybe plug a few pastures in, say, up here kind of thing. I don't know if we can get a... I think we were 25 by 20s was our size that we were going for. Yeah, well, we can look at the big map here. I can pull that up. Here we go. So you can see there's bits and pieces we can get to. This is a very large map too, so it's kind of surprising how much of it we don't have because there's a lot of mountains filling this out. Oh, you know why this lake is so big too? It looks like it's 3 lakes, just from the way that is. So we can get down here and over here too. Kind of sneak out this way, but I think that's our biggest chunk here is over on the sort of left bottom here. Yeah, maybe. I'm so used to a very large verdant plains map, which is what I usually play, where you can spread out until your CPU dies, basically. That would be one thing if somebody remakes this game. Just don't have to change anything about it. Just see if you can get bigger towns, like use some multi-threaded processors or something. Yeah, oh, for sure. There's lots of water. Like, even I'm sure just building out the rest of this lake is gonna go a long way. Okay, gotta remember those are different type of workers here. So I think I want to go 4 rice farms and then cross over here. Yeah, me too. I've got to explore the other dock sets though. I tend to use this one a lot because I really like it, but yeah, I remember that too. There was like quayside houses and I keep saying that I should go through all these things offline, but I probably should. Because it would be nice to find another, dock set here. This one is such a good set though. Yeah. I used to have really neat houses you could build along the shoreline with like stone breakwaters and all kinds of cool stuff. Yeah, I'll see if I can find that again. Yeah, and like you say, the roads are still there. I don't think much stuff gets removed to mega mods as they are updated. I think it's just added to. So trouble I have though is I was super familiar with the Mega Mod 8 interface, and things are kind of moved around and stuff here. Like you used to go to the dock, set through this one, now you go through this one here. But yeah. Well, so I guess we did set up all these guys here. Now, what are we looking for? Oh, tomatoes. I wanted tomatoes. I think that was for pasta, wasn't it? For spaghetti. Oh, forgot to write it down, but I'm pretty sure that's what I wanted. So let's buy that. Of course, we gotta find a place to grow all that stuff. Like your Brussels sprouts and things too. Oh, there's coffee. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna look, because if I bought them twice, I'll just sort of pretend that I didn't. I know we wanted them though. Yeah, I have to admit I'm guilty of that, not checking enough what we've already got and buying stuff. Oh, onions I wanted. We get some onions through the gatherers, but I wanted some field onions, so I could probably throw some rope in here. Rope is such a good trade good. Now, the other thing is we got the cherry. Walnut, I think, was the other thing we're looking for here. Man, I don't see it. Well, usually I build the town hall right beside my farm supplier just so I can come in here. But especially when I'm streaming or recording, I try not to spend 5 minutes looking through a list, so I'm going from memory, and I know that I've probably bought some things 2 or 3 times, but it's what it is. Basically, it's free resources anyways for the most part, so I don't feel too badly about it. Just when people catch me. Yeah, I don't know. I was going to Google that, the Own3D, because I'm using one of their free plugins. Now, I don't know if they monitor you or how that all works. Yeah, so we're getting all these crops and seeds and stuff. Why don't we actually build a farming community over here and actually get some of that stuff planted? I think I'm maybe going to go on pause for a second here and lay some stuff out. Yeah, that's what I was wondering too. It seems to be each time they come on, it's somebody different. So I'm kind of thinking maybe it's somebody on the team just checking things out, but I don't know. Hey, I'm using their stuff for free, so I can't complain. Yeah, I'm gonna actually let that build to start with. I usually wouldn't, but let's get a stockpile going. I've been using a lot of the red ketchup houses. Oh, we've got glass now. So why don't we Boston house ourselves here? Okay, let's prioritize that stuff, at least get started over here. Yeah, so that's a pretty good space there. So let's make that farms and orchards. And we're going to do a couple pastures up here. And then we can kind of go industrial stuff here as we need it. So I think one of the things we were going to make was bricks, I think. Bricks, and we probably need more clay production for that too. All right, well, that's a plan anyways. So our tavern is built. Okay, let's put a person in there. Yeah. So I think that thing's either bugged or incomplete. So you know what? I'm going to save the game here. And I'm going to try and delete that. And if I lose you, well, I'll be back as soon as I can reload here. No. Okay, so I think there was no point building that anyways. But we'll see what happens in this tavern here. The only alcohol we're making is the rice wine, so it should show up as wine in here. Let's even put 2 people in. Okay, some more dredgers here, I think. Water scavengers, that's what they're called. Sure. Oh, I actually closed it by accident. Behind the chat. Okay, so if it's here, I think looking at my screen that should work, right? I have to remember the chat's over there. I don't see it on the main screen, I just see it on the side screen here. Yeah, okay. Now, as soon as this stockpile builds, I'm gonna go up to 10 times here for a minute, just get some of the stuff going. See what that 26 frames, okay, well, can run like that for a little while. Yeah, I don't see anything there. And you are set up, okay. Yeah, there's a good idea, or a good example I was talking about with when merchant arrives, the purchase, right? So that's what the trader has left. Unfortunately, we don't have much left there to trade with, so, but if we did, we could. But we're really good on logs and stone right now. Probably too good on stone, so let's go down to 2. Yeah, let's even go down to 160 here. And what are you set for? Yeah, 400. That's probably why we got way too much. Let's try 160 for a while. We've got a quarry and a mine, I think. Oh, let's use our hotkeys here. Okay, so we're set to 2,000 and we're at 3,400 right now. Okay, we'll just keep an eye on that. And you guys. Okay, so there's our tavern. Okay, so it's just making mead out of honey. Let's see what I'm waiting for to see if any wine shows up. That's actually a good question, but I'm assuming we do. Let's go by name here. Yeah, 625 wine there. Wine barrels, even better. Yeah. Okay, well, so it's 625. Let's see if that goes up or down. But I'm just kind of watching to see what's showing up here. Like if I go back to the town hall for a second here, I think we have so much honey it's not crazy, or it is crazy. Yeah, 8,500 or so. Oh, okay. Well, I wonder if it's just a type of tavern that I made. Oops, remember where this is here. Yeah, so the one I built was... So I built this one here, the tavern. It says storage and consumption. A worker is not required but will help move luxuries into the storage for consumption. Well, I mean, they're moving in honey and they're making meat. Inn and garden. Why don't we try one of these? Maybe over where... Here, say. Okay, you say you go on a road, but you don't really. Alright. Oh, whiskey still. What the heck am I clicking on? I thought it was inn and garden. Yeah, okay. Well, this guy's a little bit bigger. We're gonna have trouble finding a spot for that one. It's not you, it's the map. Alright. Well, maybe we can find a spot in our new location down here somewhere. This is just because you kind of got me curious now on all this stuff here. So let's put one of those in there. Okay, we got our houses in our stockpile. Let's get our market going. And let's put some more houses in so we get some population down here to work with. Some of the other type of Boston houses, I think. I haven't checked houses lately, but I'm sure we're short, so probably a given until the end of this game, I would think. Okay, let's get some roads going here. Okay, we're starting to get a lot of old age deaths, so I'm just going to turn off the audible for that. I don't need to hear that alarm. I worked a lot of years in network centers and data centers that had audible alarms, so those things drive me kind of crazy, so I turn them off whenever I can. Okay, the whiskey's still built. Maple whiskey. Huh. Okay, so everything there needs maple syrup, so interesting. Oh, look up here in our tavern here. There's rice now. Okay, when you say, Grace, that you usually build them by the central market, that was the, Inn and garden you're talking about? Oh, I got a question mark. 5 question marks. Stone cutters. Betcha I know what that is. Yeah, okay. So that's miners, I think, right? No, stone cutters. Okay. So we've got to upgrade that. And last time I checked, we had 2,000 candles, so I'm not going to worry about that. And you're set up. Okay, we got this lonely stretch of dock here we're going to do something with. How is our food graph here? Yeah, it's leveling pretty good. Well, let's see. I think we need to do some housing in here. Yeah, we got that market there, and then some more food, so let's do that here. Probably need some dock schools over here too. So I think we'll keep the rule of 4. We'll do 4 houses, some cross pieces, and another 4 houses. Can't remember if I did cross piece or not. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I don't think I did. And if I did, I'll just have to delete it. Okay, so double row of houses, more food supplies, some more storage. Have to stay away from our hospital here. But we could get a road going up here and kind of link this together. I mean, people are traveling up that way anyways. Okay, there's our market. We'll put 4 in. So there was some rice in here. I saw that for a while, but it didn't seem to produce anything with it. Oh, you know, the other thing we could do, we are making some glass. We could do a few greenhouses. Oh, okay. You think that's part of the, like when I go in here, oh, it is called key wall, yeah, the dock connector. Oh, cool. Holy crap. Where'd you find them? Probably in here somewhere, I would bet. Is there a lot of them? Okay, so food's going to be an issue shortly. strange thing to say with 350,000 food, but it is true. So let's get a few more houses going and then some more food production here. Cherry pie for everyone, yeah. That's certainly the plan here. Or was that something in the inn and garden that I missed? I don't want to max this right now just because we don't have full house complement here. Let's actually see where we actually sit on the housing here. Yeah, there's our food graph. That's getting too flat. You know, I actually was within sight of the housing target. I was 20 short or something. Now I am at 133 short on houses. Okay. Okay, hang on here. Community toolbar. Okay, community toolbar. And CC, no, I can remember the... And theme sets. Ah. Docks and buildings. Ah, there, okay. So theme sets in the first one, walls and buildings for your shoreline. Key buildings. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. So that was through that. But what if we go back to life on the water? Here. No, it's not there. Okay, so it's community charter, colonial charter, theme sets there. Okay. You are a wise woman, Grace. I'll have to clean my notes up later. I've just got a scratch pad here, but... Oh, that's awesome, Brianna. Or Branya, sorry. If I'm blowing that, tell me. Oh, life on the water as well, too, okay. Alright, we'll have to play around with that. Sticky notes? Well, I've made the first step. I went out and purchased a notebook, so... Step 1, purchased. Step 2 is to actually use it, but... So way I usually work is I have a scratch pad on my desk, write notes, then sit down later and transcribe. The only problem with that is my handwriting is awful. And I mean, like, not bad, I mean awful. Yeah, no, it's a great idea. I was actually looking for a book that was sort of alphabetically indexed so I could do it that way. But, you know, I could maybe use sticky tabs or something. Alright, I better build more food here. I'll have one of those embarrassing moments. I think I'll mirror that if I can. You know, we built this hospital out here to be nice and isolated, but what actually happened is all the kids come out here to play on this shore. So it's not so isolated as we thought, but oh well. Now, can we jam in some storage here? Maybe we can get a couple more fishing docks up there too. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that one. I have a big notebook around here that I use for Elder Scrolls potion recipes. I love that about Skyrim, actually. Every character I have in Skyrim always does potions. Alright, there's the pig timer. So I think it's time for a 5-minute break. My bladder says so too. I'm good to go for another hour or so if you guys want to. So I'm going to take 5. Yeah, laundry rotate time for sure. Everybody doing laundry on Saturday. All right, so let's take 5, and then I'll be back, and then we can see where we get to here. Better do a safety save here. Okay, so we'll see you in 5. Right. Um, I'm just gonna quickly check Steam here just for a second. Fresh coffee. Now there's an idea. All right. Well, we have a lot of stone right now, so I think maybe I'll even change these lower here. Let's go down to, I don't know, 50. Just to reduce our inventory a little bit here. And the logs are okay, so that's fine. Well, you guys are doing laundry. I was informed when I went upstairs that there's a big pile of dishes waiting for me, so guess what I get to do after I stream? Also, I went upstairs and the music was just blasting. It was my wife and my son watching, what's it called, Eurovision? Very, very loudly. Eurovision, it's an international music competition, like annual competition, so every country enters, I guess each country has their own sort of contest to see who's going to represent them. And I think it started pretty small, but it's fairly big now. But I'm more of a classic rock kind of guy, so this newfangled pop music isn't really for me. Oh, they're enjoying it for sure. I think it's super popular in Europe for sure. Now, what was I going to build over here? More scavengers, I think. Hey, I love watching NFL, but I don't watch college. I probably should watch more of that. It's probably more entertaining. Not that the NFL's not, but probably a lot more offense. Like college football in the States, it's huge, right? Like in Canada, our big sport's hockey. That's the one that we all get passionate about. But Brenya, the Tide, are you talking about the Alabama Crimson Tide, or like I don't know what teams are in Carolina. Ah, okay. Oh, okay, cool. Hmm. Oh, on the break there, I grabbed my iPad and I subscribed to Honeywell there. Grace, I don't know if you were here then, but Brendan was saying there's a YouTuber named Honeywell that does a great Banished series called Building the Perfect Town, so... Hmm. Well, I hate to say it, Grace, but we're going to have to remove our hospital here. It was a great location. But there's now too much traffic there, so let's take that out. And I think we got a hospital there. So where's this other one? Up over there. So, you know, if we put something up over here somewhere. Ah, there you go. That's a great plan. So why don't we do that? Okay, where are you? Okay. Oh, I'm adding builders, dummy. Wrong one. Yeah, okay, so why don't we, let's delete this. And I think maybe this road here for the moment. Then let's do a cheesy yet fun flattening here and do some of the quayside housing and maybe your, yeah, I don't think I fixed the URL thing on the thing yet. See my technological prowess with social media? The URL thing on the thing there. All right, let's square this up a bit here. Now let's just check stats here. Where are we at here? 1600. Well, you know, we're getting close to where we had trouble with CPU crapping out before. I still don't know if I'm allowed to say crap on Twitch or not. We are at speed 5 right now, and we're about 26 to 28 frames. Now, I did add memory. I think I've gone to 64 gigs since last time. Yeah, so we might get another half an hour to an hour here out of this before. It's probably not all that playable on stream anymore. But let's see how it goes. Food graph is totally level, which means impending doom. You know, which is always good. And the houses, we are 2,643,000 behind, so we will never recover on the housing. But let's at least build a few. Okay, so let's get this stuff going. And if you don't like the power flattener, this would be just an awesome time to look away. Okay, so let's connect up some roads in here. I think I want to see this piece built, so it's going to be right there. Okay, so yeah, I think it's one of those things that you could overuse it easily, but again, it's a single person game, right? So everybody play that makes, the way that makes you happy, but so either a greenhouse or one of those 3-story mansions. Well, I think you got to go mansion, right? Like if you're going to have something down on the key here. You know what? I should have built some road there to see if I was lined up properly. Because I don't think that one is. So let's put a little road here. And I gotta remember where those are. Medieval town, up here, up here. And I think that was the second level I dorked there. Well, the other thing we could do here. Let's build both and we'll give you a choice here. My eyes are going, I can't see whether that's I think that's the green one there. Nope, I have to do another little bit of power flat here. Yeah, if that's not the right one, we can rebuild it here. I wonder if we can even get, I think the other thing I want on here is a grain silo, if we can get one in. Oh. Yeah, we have a lot of traffic going down the coast here, so let's slide a road in there too. And it's kind of bumpy and ugly. So why don't we do... Well, not exactly. I mean, the mansion's down here. The grain silo's all the way up there, right? I'm sure it'll be fine. They don't explode very often, just once in a while. Well, you know what we could do? And I never do this, but We could put some decoration in. You know, like maybe a big hedge or something like that. All right, that's probably still not going to be enough food, so I'm going to just pause for a moment and get some fields going here. I try to pretend I know how to play this game, so I hate ending a town on everybody died. Especially after I did that tutorial. So let's get some fields here. Now we need a mixture, I think, of farms and orchards, so how much room do we have? 28 or so. 29. So let's go kind of odd, but let's go 14 by 16s here. On that side, we can go 15 by 15s here. So I'm going to have trouble remembering that, but that's okay. Like, which way was the 16 and which way was the 14? Come on now, brain. Okay, so it's 16 is the second number, so I want 14 by 16. Okay, let's get those going. Let's get a stockpile in here, and then we can clean everything out. And that didn't work out because it's not gonna, is it? Oh well, I have to live with an offset. Okay, get a little stockpile in here. And these, yeah, that's a good point. It was just well, it was sort of a starting and a concept tutorial. You know, there is way more than one way to play this game, but there's some basic things, right? Like, I think a lot of beginners, if they just realize, like, build town centers, right? Build a market. You know, like, don't forget to build a schoolhouse, like some people did. And if you get that concept and then build out from there. I saw one Twitch streamer the other day. It was a big, large map, and they had all the houses in the center of town, and then all the farms were like on the left, and all the hunters were way up. Like, everything was built by type, all distributed all over the place. And it actually worked for a while. I think it eventually falls apart around 400 people or something, but it was a different view for sure. So I didn't ask here, Grace, but have I been forgiven for the grain silo, or is that going to hang over us for a while here? You know, because if I have to, I'll take it out, but... Why are you people cold? Are you walking down the coast here? Yeah. Oh dear. Well, hang on then. I guess that's the pastures that haven't built yet. Steady hands there, son. Yeah, this road could kill everybody, so we have to be somewhat careful with building this here. So stockpile there. Stockpile there. Some of the pathing in this game is like, wow. Everybody died because we went for a 100-mile walk in the woods. I think it's a log cabin time, so log cabin there. And log cabin down here somewhere. The town's there. Now, just bump up the builders for a minute. I really don't like people walking that far without a road, but building that road, we need those houses as halfway houses and the stockpiles to collect everything, so I'm gonna hope that doesn't kill everybody. At least everybody's got good coats anyways. Oh, now we got a diphtheria outbreak. Okay. Our third hospital isn't built, so it's maybe... No, I'm leaving the priority on the road buildings. Yeah, that's what I would do. I don't know if that we can find that in the decorations, but... See, like, your view's out the front, waterfront view of a sawmill, but, you know... Oh, you guys are using the crooked road here. Well, that was a fairly... So only one person infected so far. It's the only problem with these connectors is they sometimes kind of clip into the landscape here. Man, there's a lot of people going up and down this side over here. I wasn't really expecting that. I wonder if we extend these docks down, if that'll sort of help alleviate that too. Probably shouldn't obsess over it. I probably should make sure there's enough food for everyone, but... Okay, this stuff's not building too fast down here, but I guess we're only on 5, so... Well, that would be a lot of popcorn if you filled up the silo. Oh, I'm hearing Jake the dog woofing. He must be instructing his support staff to get a dog treat or something. Now, I've noticed this inn and garden here is not getting much traffic. So I expected to see that with the wine in there. Let's have a look at that. Oh, not paying attention here. Oh, I ordered homewares, but I didn't set auto purchase, I bet. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, the old saying is if dogs have owners, cats have support staff, but they haven't met my dog. He's got us pretty trained. Yeah, I think there's that too. I was just going to check. I'm alternating between too hot and too cold here. So W for wine. Yeah, 569. I think it was 525 last time we checked it, so it is being consumed somewhere. Maybe it's just directly, they just get it out of storage. I thought it would pass through that, but maybe not. Okay, there's our third hospital. I didn't notice, but our plague has gone away. Okay, I'll feel better about building that big road through the backcountry once these cabins build. So let's maybe go back and do that priority again here. An unnecessary impatient priority. And I would like to get some of these fields built down here. How are we on the old food graph here? Well, that's a slight increase, actually. Or maybe I'm just looking for good news. What do we have in the still? We built a whiskey still, if that's what you mean, but the recipes in here were all using maple syrup, and I don't have maple seeds yet. So that's something I should actually write down here. So that still is turned off. And I think actually before you joined, we built a couple of these rice wine stills here. So they're producing wine. And that's what we're looking up in the storage there. But I thought that would show up in the inn and garden there. Okay, so those built. Okay, now I can go down here. There's our school. Let's upgrade that. Oh, you know what? Probably we're only making one thing of glass here. Sorry, I'm bopping all over on the map here. Okay, so you're out of sand, I would say. Okay. Yeah, that makes me sad. That'll work though. Let's get a couple of those guys going, and raw materials, I do believe. Yeah, we're just not making enough glass right now for all those Boston houses, so a couple more sand will help here. If it's too much sand, we'll just change them over to clay. Now we are making pottery, but we're not making, Oh, yeah, this is the reason I wanted tomatoes, because I wanted to convert this guy to flour and tomato rather than herbs. Although our herbs is kind of hanging in there for now, so. I can't remember exactly why we made the pottery. Yeah, we are making glassware too. So where was our preserve area? That was up over here, wasn't it? In here. Okay, so this was fruit jam, pickled veg, and potted meat. I think I wanted to pot some duck, at least to start with here, so let's do that. Yeah, that's exactly right, yeah. It's not that my memory's terrible, it's just that it's really bad. So let's some more sand there. Do we have room for another one? I think so. A preservist, this was called. In here. In here? Oh. Sorry, I'm just going to pause here. I've got Jake the dog scratching at the door. Hey, buddy. What? There you go, buddy. Looks to me like Jake's not a Eurovision fan. He doesn't like the loud music, so he's down here. So there looks like this. There. Yeah. Okay, it might encroach a tiny bit, but I'm gonna look away. Let's put another one of those in. And give him a little road. Now our food graph is kind of flat, so, you know, yeah, let's put a few more hunters in here. We're gonna start potting ducks, so. Yeah, that roof matches better, so put a storehouse in there. And hunting blinds. Still haven't proven yet. I haven't done another episode of Jake the Dogtown to prove whether we need to separate or space these out or not, but I'm actually not convinced we have to. Or I just don't want to be wrong. Yeah, okay. So let's put that, we'll get more duck meat, we'll pot all of that. Or a bunch of it. Let's check, I've been building that for a while, not using it, so we probably have... pottery. No, only 231. And look, our rice is up to 257,000. 258. And that's even with making a lot of flour, right? And we have 14,000 flour. I should probably get my bakers increased here. You go away. You're not set up, so... Well, let's make you kind of an everything here. So we'll go building, home, iron, stone, and log. And you can go away. Okay, there's our other shore house. So that was sand. Oops. Oh, okay, you noticed that when we were in there? Yeah. So they accumulate very slowly, so I don't know whether we should sell a few of them, but I'm okay with hanging on to them for now in case we want to do some more, yeah, I keep calling these whaling ships, but they actually get more than whales. Virtual whales. Lobster, see, oh yeah, we're making lobster bisque, aren't we? How was these guys here? Oh, it just calls it kitchen soup. Oh, that's strawberry cream and sugar. Lobster bisque, there we go. And what does that call that? Yeah, kitchen soup. Okay, those will take a few minutes to build. Our farm's building down here. Nope, but our school did. Okay, hopefully the rest of these houses build, but I think we should put some, yeah, let's do these kind of red ketchup houses. That's just straight up lumber. You know, that's something I noticed earlier. Let's have a look and see how much lumber we've actually got. So we have 2,672 lumber. So sometimes I build like 8 sawmills or 4 sawmills making lumber. In this run, this is the only thing I got making lumber here. This is the thing we built, like, this is our starting forest node here, like our starting town. It's, you know, one of the very first things I built out of the tiny set. This thing here has made all that lumber for the whole town. Like, this is a rock star lumber. I don't know. I just thought that was cool when I was looking through it earlier. Like, usually I have a whole bunch of places making lumber. So we're probably gonna have to keep an eye on that, but... Alright, there's our reservist. And this is gonna be duck meat here. And let's see how our hunting blinds are doing here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'm just building the wrong thing, but I thought that was pretty cool. I guess kind of the fun of this town too, how it evolves, right? Like the first episode was around getting our little town off the ground. Getting some things down here, starting out in the lake. Yeah, I definitely would try this map type again. I kind of like it. Oh, you're built down here. Okay, let's get some more farms and stuff in. Okay, so that's crops. Let's put a orchard here. Okay, so I know why the houses aren't building, or at least the ones that need glass, but why are the farms and orchards not building? Yeah, there's tea. You can maybe try one of those tea houses if we ever get those farms built. So when you say you have a different building style, Grace, like what what would you do differently here? Like, is it the layout or the pace, or like I tend to try and build fairly big towns is sort of how my brain works. Now I know you said before that you like to play sort of slower, more relaxing type style. Oh, okay. Yeah, personalities and stuff. Yeah. You know, it's probably, we're all kind of products of our environment, but I worked for a lot of years in the corporate world as an evil manager. So a lot of that is about productivity and maximizing everything, and generally being evil, I guess, is the way to put it. Probably shouldn't have done that. Yeah, okay. I guess everything I do kind of cascades, right? Like I build a whole bunch of rice farms. Suddenly you have too much rice, so now you need too many windmills. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's what I say. There's more than one way to play, and it's all fun, right? What are you guys all out of here? No, yeah, it makes sense. So that was our leather cure was over here. Hmm. Oh, we are using salt there. I wonder if we should throw another one of those in. Now, can I remember where the heck that would be? Hmm. Would it be in resources? Nope. I don't think so. Refined, maybe. Do you know where? Do you remember, Grace, where we found that leather tanner? Yeah, I think we have enough salt. We've got. Oh, this thing built too. Yeah, this one's supposed to be salt. That's why. So we have that guy doing salt for now. I just wanted to see if I get one of these tanneries here, but I cannot find it here. Ah, there you go, you're right. Good call. Okay, what have all you guys got? Don't want that. And you're set up so you can go away. And you can go. So 1,700 people. This is where we ran into slowdown last time, so we'll see how it goes. Food slight increase. Yeah, wishful thinking, I think. Okay, some of this is building, so I'd say the first thing we got to go in here, Brussels sprouts, right? And here. Well, let's go apricot for now. Oops. No, yeah, okay. Never mind that for the moment. Sorry, I'm just derping out on roads here. So that there is a crop field. Okay, that'll work out better, I think. Not sure why these aren't building that quickly, but let's get a couple more in. We'll throw another priority down here. I'll actually do all this mess here. That'll be fine. Okay, what's our frame rate? 20. 28 or so. 30? Nah, it's still okay. Haven't saved in a while, so let's just do that. Yeah. Sorry, your comment on the toolbar, yeah. It's not, if it's not what you're used to, right? Some of them are the same as the older versions, but some change quite a bit, so... Like this is all new for MM9, these ones here. I have to play with these quayside houses here. Okay guys, we need food here. Well, it looks like I forgot to set the pig timer there. That's okay. I think we'll play this a little bit longer and then probably call it a day. Yeah, the food's okay. Where are we on the overview? 1730. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to keep note of. Things like how far we are behind in houses and stuff. This has got to be pretty close to a new record. That is 274 or 76. That's a lot. We don't have all that many students and children. I think it's a good thing we're starting to run out of computer resources here. Probably would have a bit of an old age die-off, I think. We could build more houses there. Not a lot of jobs, though. This lake is getting pretty full. This area is pretty full. I think maybe we're going to have to build a few more houses over here. So let's build a few so we don't die from old age here. And build down by our totally safe, non-exploding silo. That's what it said in the real estate brochure anyways. I worked with a guy once who his job when he was a kid was roofing grain silos. That's way up in the air. Yeah. I did like the idea of the popcorn though. Okay, now what the heck are we gonna put in here of all the stuff that we've bought? Let's go tomatoes. I think we have Brussels sprouts up here somewhere. Well, let's pop another row of salt box here. And then let's throw a farm in here. Okay, we can go 22 by 12. So let's go do a 12 by 11. I don't usually like to put them back to back. Let's do that. Oops. Let's actually put it between the roads there, Derby. Okay, let's do 10 by 12, and then can we make another one? Yeah, we can, okay. And we'll throw a little bit of storage in here. Overkill in the storage never hurt anybody. Okay, square that off. Little road down there. And looking up, I noticed that we're not making enough tools. So I think we better turn these boys on. This is always why I have backups, because I always forget stuff like that. I don't think I've checked the number of tools in hours. Oh, a little bit of extra road there. Hopefully this doesn't glitch on us. Oh, I think we better throw a priority around that. Your own compound. Well, okay, we can do that. I mean, you've got a mansion on the lake. That is kind of a good looking building, isn't it? Although I would have wanted a bigger balcony on the first, like on this lower balcony. I would have wanted that one to be bigger, because that would be your barbecue balcony. So this is your mansion and this is the guest house, I guess, right? Yeah, looking back in the chat there, when you say get off my lawn, Grace, I actually said that to somebody the other day. They weren't too sure that I was joking or not. Cured leather. Yeah, there's only one recipe, right? Let's do that. That was for our buff coats. Now, are we going to get another field in down here? So that one's crop. So I have a feeling we're going to have to flatten this part here. Which guys? They get off my lawn, guys? No, I was watching a young YouTuber, and he was snarking on old folks, so I told him to get off the lawn. Yeah. No, I'm trying to maintain a younger attitude, although my son laughs at me all the time. When you get older, your body gets old, but it's your choice whether you get old, right? That's the way I look at it. Anyway, I still ride my bike, just not as far as I used to. Ah, this pastures have built over here. Cool. And there's poor lonely people in this log house here. So why don't we give them a little corner store. And let's put a little teeny school in. And then let's put a few more houses for the pastures here. I think those are log cabins, so let's do this guy here. Yeah, no, I hear you. Sports was a big thing for me when I was younger, and then my arthritis sort of kicked in at a younger age. I had to stop playing a bunch of stuff, which made me sad, but I found other stuff to do, so I actually find bike riding something I can still do fairly easily without being too hard on the body. Let's get rid of some of this here. Houses are building. Let's do some tea there. Why don't we build a tea shop too? Yeah, no, that's a mistake I made when I was young. I used to ski like a lot of downhill skiing and doing some pretty extreme stuff and moguls and jumping and stuff, and I'm really paying for that now. Mind you, I had a lot of fun back then. There's some good memories, but yeah, knees are pretty important things. Yeah, any floor sport where you're on hardwood and you're stopping and starting all the time, like volleyball and basketball, that's tough on the knees too. Volleyball was fun though. I noticed there was a tea house. Like, kind of good luck on finding it again. But I think it was in the luxuries here. So that's where the coffee house is. That's Brewers Tavern. Let's get this out of the way here. Yeah, there we go. A Moroccan tea house. So if we come down here, So you know what? That'll fit in there. That'll block your view of the grain silo. And if it works out, you can have a tea house. How about that? Okay, now, this game is probably not going to continue too much longer. Just looking at the frame rate, but I did tomatoes, I think. Carrots was another recipe here. Well, that's the thing with sports, though. Like, if you play it with the right people, it's fun. Like, I golf now, and I'm the world's worst golfer. Like, really bad. But great group of people to play with. You know, walk in the park, couple of beer, maybe. Make it a social activity, and then tear up the scorecard and laugh, basically. I have a feeling that potatoes are in great demand. Now, we have 2 pastures over there. And I think that banished chickens are the devil's spawn. I can't stand that noise. But I think I'm going to go bison here. Uh, 2814 is 704. Ha. And I can actually change this down and save 2 flowers. Wow. Now we got bison over here. Now our houses are going to be here, so let's put them in here. And let's prioritize that. And all that. Well, I've concluded that everything I love is the stuff my doctors tell me not to eat, so, well, you know. Yeah, I was an evil, not just a manager, I was an evil manager. Some of the guys that I golf with used to work for me, and they tell me all the time how bad I was. That's okay. I tell them I'm reformed. I'm not like that anymore. Oh yeah, if you're a Banished player, priority is and not just once too. You got to do it like multiple times, even though it doesn't matter. It makes you feel better. Bum, bum. I think more tomatoes here. Well, you gotta push the limits now and then. I mean, if you look at it, we have 100 and, well, say I make this 150 builders and 384 laborers, so I don't know, seems reasonable. Okay, let's see what happens with this tea house here. First of all, that is a very, very bright blue. Okay, so it's going to make tea out of tea leaves or herbs. Oh, good to know. Now, why don't we go herbs to start with? Because I would think our tea was an orchard, right? So it's going to be, where was it? No, I didn't dream of that, did I? Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's going to be a while before that produces, so let's make it herbs to start with. Yeah, we're not going to need a lot of people in the corner store, so let's just go for one there. Okay, there's supposed to be 8 of you. Where are the other 3? Are you on your way? Oh, here we go. Aquatic bison. No, our Mager Super Road of Death has actually built. I expected that to cause more problems than it actually did. Yeah, water buffalo. Yeah. Queue up to 50 things to build and then spam the button? Grace. I'll queue up to 200 things and spam the button. That's funny, one of the YouTube viewers, Steve Crow, he was on me early in the season, big time, right? I'm building way too much. My build queue is way too big. And he's right. That's kind of the way I do things. I build, lay a lot of stuff out, and then prioritize it. Yeah. Well, Steve, in the comments, he did sort of leave me a message that it was working better than he thought it would, so. And the priority button actually does work. It just sometimes it doesn't seem to for a long time. But I think travel distance and where everybody's coming from, and every time you hit that, it looks at all its job assignments and stuff and everything. Okay. Now, what are you gonna be here? I think the last one we did was apricots. Yeah, we're not gonna get to silk, unfortunately. And so let's go another cherry in here. And I probably should throw a few more houses in. Yeah, I don't want to do trade animals. Yeah. So what's different about that start? I think that's a map type, right? So is that... Oh, did it? Yeah, the thing with silk is it's about a 3-step process, right? You got to grow the mulberry leaves, you got to get the silk cocoons, and then you got to make it silk out of that, and then you make kimonos or something like that. One worm hunting seeds for white. Ah, okay. And they sell for, I can't remember what it was. It was a huge amount that a silk kimono sells for. Yeah. So there was a little bit that showed up here and then it went, eh? I got mead. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, 60. Yeah, I think I did that in the series 2 Second Chance on YouTube, and I found out, yeah, oh my god, 60. I should be doing that every series. Alright, so these are steel tools. 342, eh? No, I think we'll make this one work. Go up to 1200. Got a question mark here. What's going on with you, blacksmith? Extra one, I guess, right? And you are cold because you're a builder and you are over here. Oh, good God, people. Well, I guess I didn't give you a better road, did I? And now you're walking down by the hospital. Hmm. Yeah. I'd be really curious how that goes on the Silk Road. And tequila, yeah, that's another. There's a whole build set around that too. Yeah, that's the world's ugliest road. All right. I don't really want to do this, but I'm gonna do it. Yeah, this is stone and wood. Let's keep that consistent here. Yeah, it's not a pretty road, but let's do that. I get a ton of logs, so I'm not too worried about taking away some territory from that guy. And let's see if we can divert people over here. Otherwise, we're gonna have to build an ugly road and move our hospital again. No, we probably... Yeah, I kind of wanted to reserve that space for growth. Hugely behind on houses. Well, let's get some more dog housing in. Shaky hands test here. Alright, let's see how I did there. Now, I was going to do fish over here. Okay, let's see if that worked out here. We should probably do another fish down here too. We can wait for that. Yeah, it's making tea. And there's no tea in the inventory, so it must be getting... that's actually a lot of tea. I think like one person is drinking all that tea. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, it's nothing in the inn here, right? So there was a tavern up here somewhere, I think. Okay, brain. Oh, that's the one that's making mead. Now, let's see if they're actually going better pathfinding here. Yeah, so there's people using that road. Now, is there any idiots walking up through here? Couple people. Alright. Oh, there's Maple. Are we actually running out of flowers? That would be like some kind of miracle. No, there's 22,768 flowers. Oh, I don't have enough traders. Okay, so for probably about 10 years of game time, I built this second industry trader. Never added any traders. So let's max all this out. That's a classic derp right there. Lipton citrus green tea. Yeah, that actually doesn't sound too bad. Yeah. Well, this is even more blasphemous, but then I'm Canadian. I actually drink lemon zinger herbal tea. That's only if I've had too much caffeine, though. I don't know American geography all that well. Is Pennsylvania anywhere close to Carolina? Are you guys? You're both Eastern Seaboard, right? Or Eastern time zone, at least. Here's a... Yeah, what do we want to grow here? Let's do some more onions. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have to admit. That was always my first question when I joined a new crew at work is, who runs the coffee fund and who can I give my money to? Uh-oh. Jake the dog appears to sound like he's puking on my floor here. You alright, buddy? Yeah, that doesn't sound good. Well, on that note, I think I've been streaming for 3:45 anyways after that glitch. What do you guys think? Okay to end it here?